Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're digging into something I think, well, resonates with a lot of us. Feeling completely drained, maybe a bit scattered, even when your calendar looks perfectly organized.
Uh-huh. That classic burnout feeling.
Exactly. So, we're exploring the energy management method because if you've ever felt that time management just isn't cutting it, there might be a really good reason why.
There absolutely is. And it's a fundamental shift in perspective, really.
Mm.
We all get the same 24 hours, right? That's the constant.
Right.
But the variable, the thing that high performers seem to master, is their energy within those hours.
Okay, so unpack that a bit. Energy versus time.
Well, think about it. Time is fixed. It just marches on.
Well, with energy.
That's actually renewable. It's kind of like your phone battery.
Ah,
You wouldn't expect your phone to last all day doing demanding tasks without needing a recharge at some point.
no, definitely not.
Yet we often expect that from ourselves. Just go, 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 without thinking about how to intentionally recharge. But when you do manage energy, you unlock, well, more creativity, better decisions, deeper focus.
Oh.
It's quite profound.
Okay, I'm intrigued. So, if it's about energy, what kinds of energy are we actually talking about here? It sounds like it's more than just physical tiredness.
Oh, much more. The sources we looked at break it down into four core types. First, there's the obvious one. Physical energy, your stamina, your strength, how rested you feel.
Right, the foundation.
Exactly. And the tip here is pretty practical.
Mm.
Try scheduling your really demanding tasks when you naturally feel physically strongest. For many, that's maybe mid-morning or early afternoon.
Okay, work with your body's rhythm.
Precisely.
Mm.
Then you have mental energy. This is your ability to focus, to concentrate, your cognitive horsepower, basically.
The stuff that gets fried by multitasking.
Totally. It drains so fast with content switching. So the advice is clear. Block out dedicated time for deep work. Zero distractions. Protect that mental clarity.
Makes sense. What's next?
Emotional energy, this is huge. It's about how you show up your enthusiasm, your patience, your resilience when things get tough. Negative emotions are serious energy vampires here.
Uh-huh, I can see that.
Yeah, so practices like gratitude, even setting boundaries with people who consistently drain you, or using simple breath work. These aren't just nice to haves. They actively manage and preserve your emotional reserves.
Right, it's proactive. And the last one.
Spiritual energy. And this isn't necessarily religious, it's about your sense of purpose, your why, feeling aligned with your values, working on things that genuinely matter to you.
The meaning behind it all.
Exactly. Energy flows when you're tapped into that. A key practice is just asking yourself regularly, does this task, this project, this interaction, does it energize me or does it deplete me?
That's a powerful question. It feels like that spiritual one and maybe the emotional one might be the types people overlook the most.
I think that's often true, yeah. We get so caught up in the doing, the physical and mental output, that we forget to check if it actually means anything to us or how we're feeling about it. Pushing down negative emotions is incredibly draining long term.
Okay, so knowing the types is one thing, but how do you actually, bring this into a busy, maybe chaotic daily life?
Right, the practical application. The method offers some really solid steps. First, start your day with a check-in. Before you dive into emails or tasks, just take a moment. How am I feeling physically? Mentally sharp or foggy? What's my emotional state? What's my main driver today?
So a quick diagnostic.
Yeah, and then try to structure your day to match that energy, not just fight against it.
Okay, what else?
Second, work with your rhythms, not against them. We all have natural peaks and valleys in our energy during the day.
Well,
Pay attention to yours, maybe track it for a few days.
find your prime time.
Find your prime time for the important, focused work, and use those lower energy periods for easier stuff, admin, or just taking a break. Don't try to force deep work when you're feeling sluggish. Got it. Third step.
Cut the energy leaks. Be honest with yourself. What consistently drains you? Is it the constant phone notifications? A messy workspace? Too many pointless meetings?
Uh-oh. Feeling call out?
Huh? We all have them. The goal is to identify them and then actively eliminate, or at least limit them. Your energy and focus are just too valuable to let them seep away.
Okay, seal the leaks. And the
What?
last one sounds important.
It really is. Recharge the back without guilt. This is critical. Rest isn't a reward you earn after you're exhausted. It's a non-negotiable responsibility for sustained performance.
A responsibility. I like that framing.
Yeah. Take intentional breaks, and they don't have to be long. A short walk outside, moving your body, listening to a song, meditation, even just having a good laugh. High performance absolutely requires high recovery.
Wow. Okay, so Stepping back, the promise here is pretty significant. If you start managing energy, not just time,
Yeah.
you're saying you can work smarter, feel clearer, make better choices about what you say yes and no to. Absolutely. You experience more of that flow state, more fulfillment, less of that frantic, scattered feeling. It really can shift things from just getting stuff done to feeling like you're genuinely creating something meaningful.
So it moves you from just doing things to, well, deeply creating.
Exactly. And that leads to a really interesting question for everyone listening to consider. When you look at your own day, your own actions,
Yeah.
are you mostly just doing or are you truly deeply creating?